This summer, your favorite turtles are back on the big screen, but you won't have to wait till August. It's the TMNT Mutant Mayhem action figures.
Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Fig Nudes Figures. It's your guy Fig Nude, and we're back today with another figure review. Actually, we're reviewing 4 figures today. We got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie figures. I just picked these guys up this morning. Super excited to jump into these. I actually picked up a few other items from this movie. I've done very little research on this movie, but man, it sure looks cool. And as soon as it comes out, I'm gonna go check this thing out, man. We got some real Mutant Mayhem popping off. I really just love the way they've animated these heads here. I think it's the eyes that do it for me. I'm not exactly sure. The turtles are a little bit younger in this movie. They're not the turtles that we're used to, guys. These are some younger turtles. They're getting into some mayhem. We even got some new villains here. But man, check out the packaging, right? I picked these up at Target this morning. I believe they went into the system. Everybody knew this was going to happen on June 25th. They were going to finally pop into the system, and no kids out there were going to be able to get their turtles because the collectors are going to run out and snatch these things up, right? We've been waiting for this. We've seen the turtles in the Michael Bay films, but that was more live action. We've seen the TMNT movie, but that was a little bit darker. And this is just more cartoony. It's a little bit funner. It's kind of a little bit more for the kids. It looks a lot like the Spider-Verse movie, and people are loving that. So let's take a look at the packaging one by one and see what we got here. First off, we got Raphael, the angry one. You can see there's Raph. He's got some, it looks like some tagging and carvings into the bricks back there. Splinter, we got like skull and crossbones. Here's Raphael here on the side. You can see he comes with some accessories, a little baby turtle, the classic Psy weapons here. Look at the back of the package, and we can see the other turtles. They got some different proportions here. Raphael, look how bulky he looks. Look at those legs on Leonardo. He's got like these pencil chicken legs. I think you could even say more so maybe on Donatello. And then here we got Michelangelo. He's a little bit shorter. These characters look really goofy. Even get a little read up here on Raphael. He likes to break things. And you could pause there and check that out if you want. They used to do these on the Playmate packaging, and we'll take a look at that here in a second and do some comparisons. These are made by Playmates. It's a Paramount film. Nickelodeon Movies involved, of course. You can check out there on youtube.com at TMNT. More webisodes, new webisodes, and more. And then you got Leatherhead. These guys all got a new look. Superfly. That's not Baxter Stockman. That is Superfly, and he does look super duper fly. I'm not even sure if it's a he. But, and then we got Rocksteady and Bebop here. Definitely some new proportions on these guys. Those figures look very interesting as well. You get a little bit more of the same here. Look, we got Leonardo. He's got kind of like the lazy-eyed look. He's the leader, of course, if you didn't know already. And it looks like we get their name kind of scratched in the brick over each one of these characters. Pretty much the same accessories. We'll take a deeper look, but they all come with the baby turtle. Here on the back, it's pretty much the same, except for this clip-out collector card that you get. Leonardo. Leo is the leader. And his dream is to be a fearless leader. You take a look at Donatello. We got the brains of the operation. See, he's got some headphones here. So do they each come with like a specific different? I don't know. I think just Donatello. It also looks like he has like a pouch here that has like something looks like a cell phone. Donnie is devastatingly smart. Wow. His dream is to be a game developer by day, K-pop. Oh, to be a game developer by day, K-pop star by night. Okay. I'm really excited about these figures, guys. I'm beaming. Endorphins are just rushing to my brain stems right now. And then you can see Michelangelo. He's got the goofy little look on his face. Look at those teeth. He also comes with a little baby turtle. And it appears that the baby turtle is the shade of their skin here to match. This is supposed to be them, I suppose. And maybe they will touch on that story in the movie of how they came to be. And then here on the back, oh, I can't forget that. He's the entertainer, right? They each kind of have a theme to them. Mikey's the comedian. His dream is to be a stand-up comedian. Okay. Wasn't very creative at all. But anyways, it says here, busting out of the New York sewers are 4 bodacious brothers ready to kick butt. Born from mysterious mutant news, these tubular turtles and their radical rat dad have trained in the art of ninjutsu to become a bad guy bashing super team. With their buddy April O'Neil, they're about to face the gnarliest mutants the world has ever seen. And so with no further ado, guys, go slap your freaking bandanas on your face, grab you a slice of pizza, and let's take it back to the sewers with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem action figure. guys, so here we go, and here's my first look at the turtles. I kind of got them leaning against each other. These guys are really hard to stand up, but man, they look so cool. They come with a few accessories, so let's go ahead and have a look at those before we jump in for a closer look. All right, you turtle lovers, let's have a look at these accessories we get. And starting off here with the weapons rack, you know, very reminiscent of the old Playmates weapons racks that we used to get there in those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. Now they're coming with the slice of pizza. They didn't used to have that. It looks like we get a canister here that's been kind of bent. It's leaking some mutagen, it appears. We get these ninja stars. That's pretty classic. You get the two sword weapons here. You got this like blade thing. You even have like the little stand, so you could stand these up next to your figure. I don't think I'll do that. I'm so strapped for space, accumulating all this Ninja Turtle stuff. Jeez, man, over the past few weeks, it's been crazy. Here we get some more slices of pizza. Another mutagen can, which looks a little bit different. This one isn't exactly busted. That's Donatello's. And then here, this is Michelangelo's. You can see he has like some microphone nunchucks. So that's a pretty cool addition. I never really break these out. I always leave these as is. His canister looks busted. He has another weapon here to swing. Looks like it's some sharp weapon on a freaking chain. So that's pretty cool. And then here, I think I mixed up Leonardo's weapons over here with Raphael's weapons. So that was Leonardo. This is Raphael's. More pizza, more busted mutagen, some more weapons and stuff. And they each come in different colors. So it looks like you get 2 silver, 2 orange for the 4 turtle brothers. And speaking of turtle brothers, we get some baby turtles here. Check these out. Look at the mold there on the face and on the eyes. It's pretty simple, but these things are just adorable. I think these are a great addition. These will probably go on the foot right next to my figure. And we get 4 different color turtles. Let's take a look at the weapons. Starting off here with Donnie, and he gets his staff. Of course, got the classic wrap there in the middle. Looks like we get some carving into there. I don't know if that's supposed to be some writing, maybe some Japanese writing there, or maybe it's just some really mysterious carvings. Anyways, he also comes with some headphones. And I thought this was a cool accessory because not all the turtles come with something cool like this. But Donnie does have the headphones. I expect him to be wearing these in the movie. Here, Michelangelo comes with the classic nunchaku. Look at the texturing there on the handles. Kind of some silverish paint. You know, all this stuff looks really true to the movie artwork. I'm digging this. Let's take a look at the swords here. The katana blades for Leonardo. We all get kind of the same paint there on the handles, so that's nice. It'll all match up. Kind of the same silverish paint that we get here on the weapon part of it. Nice long blades. These are going to go in his hands, and I believe they even have like holsters to hold their weapons. And last but not least, let's have a look here at Raphael's weapons, who have kind of like the little scratches in them only on one of the blades. It's on both sides of this blade, but it's only on one of the blades. Same color brown paint there on the handle. That's going to do it for accessories. Now let's jump into these turtles. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the leader, Leonardo. You can see he's got the classic blue paint, but there's something about these turtles that just really pops to me. You know, it's like a brighter, you know, shade of color that we get with each figure. Like this blue, it's not a dark blue. It's more of a lighter blue, but I wouldn't call it baby blue. It just really pops. And this green, I don't know. I just really like the way this looks. They're kind of throwing it back to the old school Playmate stuff. You can see with the L there on the belt and kind of the straps over the shoulders. He does have the little ninja stars here, and it has a silver buckle here. I don't think I've seen that before. Looking here at the bandana, it's a nice big bandana. There's nothing thin about this bandana at all, and you can see it's got some of the material kind of waving there in the wind. That's a nice touch to it as well. He's got the dark outline there on the eyeballs. He's got the black dot eyeballs. You can check out those teeth. Kind of reminds me like of the Simpsons a little bit. Here on the back of the figure, you get some like copyright stuff there on the back of it, which is interesting. And then you get these holsters here to kind of hold his katana blades. So I'm sure you could just grab one of these and slide them in there, and that's a cool look. Holding on's a cool look. Maybe one in his hand, maybe one in the back. This is kind of a soft, rubbery material. I expected it to be soft and rubbery. It has to be. And I think you could even slide this down or slide it off if you wanted. But man, he looks so cool with it. Why would you take it off? Look at the mold there on the shell. Some brown paint there. There's no other colors to it. Just the brown. But I feel the color selection is just awesome. Here on the little wraps, they wrap nicely around the elbow. It looks like it's hiding the joints, actually. Moving down to the feet, the classic 2-toe feet. We all know turtles don't have 2 toes. Really like the way the leader looks. Let's go ahead and have a look at Raphael. All right, and so now let's have a look at Raphael. They call him the angry one, and that's why he's kind of got that grimace there on his face. You can see he has the whole bandana there covering up the top of his head. He has shorter kind of like ties here in the back. They're not as long as the ones we've seen there on Leonardo. You can see they're a little bit shorter, even a different shape. They're flat at the end, not pointy. Here on the back of his shell, we get kind of the same molding, but you can see it better because he doesn't have the holster thing in the back like Leonardo. Instead, in the front, he has these two holders here for his side. And you could probably just take those and slide them in there. Those are really big sai, I gotta say. He's got the R here on the front, a pouch. Looks like you can see the silver buckle. It's over and over with Raphael. He always has that like big crack in his shell. Really like the expression we're getting here. They all got different expressions. Even looking back to Leonardo, you can see he's kind of got the lower eyes, you know, kind of sly, like, yeah, I got this, don't worry. And Raphael's like, I don't even know if I got this, but I'm gonna rip your head off. Look at the wraps around the knees. They're nice, big, and bulky. I don't know, are those the same on each figure? It looks different, you know. Of course, we're getting a different body mold, so that's a little bit different, too. We're getting some nice variation here. Hands are kind of bendy, you know, so you can kind of pull them open a little bit to get the weapon in there. Let's go ahead and have a look at Donatello and see what he comes with. So here's Donatello, guys. And I forgot to mention when we did the accessories that he comes with this pair of glasses. I don't know how I forgot that. Let's go ahead and see how he looks with these on. And I guess the thing I like about that is I didn't even really have to try to get these on. They just slid right on, and it feels like they'll stay on too. So that's good. You know, we've gotten glasses with figures in the past, and I always feel like they're just a wasted accessory because they don't even stay on the head. But this looks like it's staying on. We're going to take it off just for the purpose of looking closer at his face. He kind of has the one, you know, we used to see like the 8 shape, you know, with teeth on both sides. Well, he only has it here on one side, and that's kind of classic throwback to the old Playmates figures. Here's bandana. Okay, so there's a hole here in the side of his head. And it looks like there's a hole on the other side. Oh, all right. Figured it out. Here on the glasses, that'll help them stay in even more. You could just peg those into the side of his head. I like that. I really do. Here he has like this fanny pack that's tied around his the back of him. And while it feels removable, I will not remove it. It feels snug. It looks great where it's at right now. So I'm just going to leave that there. And check out the detail. You even got a little zipper there. You can see it looks like the camera on the back of his cell phone. Here on the back of his shell, some more of that detailing. He has a holder, a little holster here to slide his bow staff, which fits snugly with the wrapping part around it right there as you get more, work it a little bit more towards the middle. So that feels good. I will throw the staff here in his hand in just a second. Moving down to the feet, he's got kind of skinnier legs. These guys all got a kind of different build. These guys look kind of similar, but I would even say maybe Donnie's a little slimmer here if you look at the legs. Let's take a look at Michelangelo and see what we're working with over here. Now, this is the goofiest one of all. He's kind of got the wonky eyes, you know, his teeth kind of sticking out. The bandana on him is very interesting. It curves over his shoulder, and I like that too, and I think that's a really good look. Here on the shell, there's not too much going on here. We get a little bit of the dings and stuff, not a whole lot. On the back, you can see he has the holders for his nunchakus, and these feel kind of soft. Yeah, they are kind of soft. They're that soft rubber, so you can just kind of open those up and slide the nunchakus in there. And let's just see how you would do that. Okay, so I've done this in the past, and I've gone like every other hole on the holders like that. And so with the other one, I might, you know, go here to here instead of right next to it, because it feels like it might squeeze. I'm sure you could do it either way, but that's how I've always done it in the past. Let's run through the articulation with these guys, and then we'll do some comparisons. All right, so let's have a look at that articulation. I got Michelangelo here to help us out. Even though the bodies are proportioned a little bit different, I feel that the articulation on all of these figures is just about the same. So let's have a look here. It appears his head can go down about that far, back and forth about this much, before it runs into the shell, that is. Full 360 there on the dome piece. Arms can go up about this high. You can do a full 360 on the arms. Single jointed elbows here. You don't see the pins there because of the wraps. Here on the wrist, you get a full swivel. No articulation here in the midsection, but we kind of rarely see that sometimes with the turtles. There's a hinge here at the hips, I should say, and you could kick him forward about this high. Can't really kick back because the leg's going to run into that shell, but even if you wanted to do the splits, you would kind of turn those legs to the side, and you could get them to go out about that far. Here down at the knee, you get a single jointed hinge. Here down at the ankle, you get a swivel. And that's about all you're gonna get there. Keep in mind, I mean, these are $9.99 figures, so you're not gonna get like the dopest articulation in the world, but I think it'll do. It's just a little tricky to get these guys to stand, but we'll figure it out. That's gonna do it for articulation. All right, so you guys know what time it is. It's comparison time, and I thought we just started off here with these old school Playmate Ninja Turtle re-releases that I got here, but they're very reminiscent of the old school ones. They all come in the same different colors, you know, the belts are even kind of reminiscent here. You can see he has like the two holders here for the side. You get the R there on the belt, the soft rubbery belt. Even the expression here on Raphael is somewhat similar. Playmates throwing some things back and yet reinventing themselves. Let's have a look at a couple more. All right, next up we got the Playmate 6-inch figures. And I just spoke a second ago about Playmates reinventing themselves. Well, here with the 6-inch figures, they really did reinvent themselves, but I feel like this was a failed attempt. And for me, it's all about the eyeballs on these 6-inch figures. They're just off. On every single one of these Ninja Turtles, they were just off. They just killed the whole thing for me, even though with this awesome articulation we got. Then you get something small here, you know, not a lot of articulation, but look at the head. They're just so much funner to look at. I'm really digging these, even in comparison to something like this, it's more expensive. Let's have a look at some NECA Ninja Turtles and see how they sound. All right, so here we go with some NECA Mirage Ninja Turtles. These guys are kind of small as well, you know, not as big as some of the other figures. Such a different look that we get here compared to all the other turtles. There's definitely a multiverse of Ninja Turtles out there, and I'm here for all of it. Let's have a look at a couple more. All right, so here we go with the NECA Turtles in Time Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And there's a lot of similarities here as far as like the dark lines here on the face that they've used to kind of animate these figures. Let's go ahead and have a look at one more. All right, and so last but not least, we got the 1990 TMNT movie Turtles. I got Leonardo and Raphael here. Man, what an evolution, you know, we've seen over the years. Now let's just take a look at these two heads. You can see Raphael always kind of has that look on his face. He's really pissed off. You can see his teeth. Of course, he's got the sides. That's going to wrap it up for comparisons, guys. Let's jump into Fig's final thoughts. Okay, so for my final thoughts on these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Mutant Mayhem figures, wow, I'm really impressed with them. I mean, for $9.99, you can't beat it. We're getting some cool accessories. We're getting some all-new looks. I think the head sculpts looked amazing. Ran out this morning to Target to go get them, and you know, I feel like a proud father looking at these turtles spinning around in front of me. You know, it's kind of like when your son wins a football game, or your daughter, you know, comes down the stairs for prom. I don't know, it's just giving me real Master Splinter vibes. Speaking of Splinter, I'll be on the lookout for that figure as well. I believe the movie comes out in August, and if you're a turtle fanatic like me, we'll probably be on the hunt for merchandise until then. We've really been getting hit hard, you know, with the Samurai Turtles from, you know, TMNT 3 that just came out from NECA, and then the Mirage stuff. I even got that Casey Jones Foot Soldier cartoon TMNT pack. So, man, the wallet is hurting, but my endorphins are rushing in my brain stems, and I'm quite happy. Be sure to stay tuned, guys. We got the pizza firing van coming up next from the movie, and we're going to review that bad boy. Sure hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you did, make sure to throw some mutagen at that like button for me, and also make sure to subscribe for even more reviews. That's going to wrap it up for this one, but as always, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. It's your guy, Fig Newton. Fig Newton, out.
Yo, let's do this. I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking, king of my jungle, just a gangster stalking, living life like a firecracker, quick as my fuse, been dead as a death, that's the colors I choose, red or blue cause of blood, it just don't matter, sucker died for your life when my shotgun scatters, the gangs of LA will never die. Just multiply colors. You don't know me, fool. You disown me, cool. I don't need your assistance, social persistence. Any problem I got, I just put my fist